Death gives closure, resurrection removes it. The horror isn't that she died, it's that she keeps undoing goodbye. Rain fell the day they buried Aaron, but it wasn't the dramatic kind. It didn't storm, it didn't rage, it just persisted. Quiet, steady drizzle that blurred the edges of the damage. Umbrellas formed and moved in slow motion, black circles around emotionally blank. Doctors flooded the town within days. Neurologists, psychologists, even a pair of researchers from the capital who spoke in detached, clinical tones about extreme trauma-induced dissociation. They ran tests, blood work normal, brain scans abnormal. No evidence of surgical interference, no memory of impact. The official explanation settled somewhere between a novel and a miracle. Priests visited her bedside and whispered about divine intervention. passed, they laughed again. Not the same way, but enough. Sometimes she paused mid-conversation, brows furrowing slightly. I feel like I've had this moment before, she'd murmur. His heart would stutter. Fragments surfaced. A shared joke, the way he held her hand. A faint echo of comfort. Memory was not fully erased. It was buried, and as it rose, the pattern revealed itself. It happened on a quiet evening. They were sitting by the river, the same river, watching the light dissolve into water. She had just admitted something. I don't remember loving you, she said, eyes fixed on the corner. But when I'm with you, it feels familiar, like I'm remembering with my body. He reached for her hand, and for a moment, it was real. Then she stiffened. Her grip tightened painfully. Her breathing faltered. Ren, she collapsed before he could catch her. No accident this time. No external cause. Just a sudden coincidence. This time, Ruth was not silent. Ambulances returned. Doctors shook their heads. Explanations evaporated. And within 48 hours, she was seen again. Near the river, alive, unscarred, confused. Do I know you? The cycle had begun. This time, something else had begun. And he tried to recall their first kiss, the original one, before any death, the memory felt close. He remembered the sound, pressed the light, fireworks in the distance, but the precise sensation, the nervous tremble of her fingers, the exact way she would smile, as if someone had repeated the resolution, he dismissed her. Grief distorts recollection, but when he opened his phone to look at old photos, a detail felt foreign. Had her laugh always sounded like her? Had she leaned left or right when he laughed? Tiny uncertainties crept in, and fear followed quietly behind. The more he rebuilt connection with her returned self, the less certain he became of the original. It wasn't dramatic, it wasn't sudden, it was subtraction, subtle, precise, hair-separated by the third return. He knew every resurrection cost him something, not physically, not visibly, but internally. Memory was being exchanged for her freedom. The universe was balancing in equation. Nothing comes back without taking. Each time she returned to life, he brought a piece of her. The more he rebuilt, the more he erased. The horror wasn't that she died, it was that goodbye was never allowed to finish. Ruth was interrupted in the process, forced to accept before it could solidify in her mind. He began keeping notes, writing down her passion for her faith, her favorite song, the way she spent her nights in the air. The warmth of her hands, but even the act of writing felt risky, as if he were documenting his hasty life. And yet, he continued, because loving her had been enough, even non-fiction, even temporarily, like that of a living without evidence. Hope is heavier than grief, but it is harder to let go. He knew the cycle now. She would return. She would forget. They would rebuild. She would remember fragments. She would die. He would lose something. And she would return again. This was not a miracle. It was a pattern. And patterns do not stop unless broken. He stood by the river once more, watching her approach from a distance, alive, unaware, untouched by prior endings. She smiled, the polite smile of a stranger. Do I know you? He inhaled. Somewhere inside him, a memory trembled, fragile, incomplete, but it was still there, enough to choose again. Yes, he said softly. My name is Ren, and the cycle continued. The first time is shock, the second time is disbelief. By the third time, it becomes ritual, and ritual is more dangerous than tragedy, because ritual feels controllable. Ren stopped asking why she returned. The question didn't change the outcome. She would die. She would reappear near the river. She would look at him with polite uncertainty. Do I know you? And he would answer. Every time, the town was active, disturbing the facts. At first, there were headlines, visitors, priests whispering about chosen souls, doctors relaying scans with increasing frustration. But when the pattern repeated without visual explanation, curiosity thinned into normalization. People are remarkably skilled at observing the impossible. She's special, some say. It's a blessing, others insisted. No one taught it from memory rather than origin. He told himself grief distorts perception. But deep down, he understood. She wasn't returning whole, and neither was he. By the fifth death, something else disappeared. He couldn't remember the smell of her shampoo, a trivial detail. Except it wasn't. It had once been the scent that lingered on his jacket after she leaned against him. Now, when he tried to recall it, his mind produced nothing but blank air. He flipped through his notebook, searching for the answer he must have written down. He hadn't, because at the time, it felt permanent. Permanent things don't get documented until they vanish. Each resurrection shortened the interval between life and collapse. Weeks became days. Days became fragile windows. It was as if the universe was accelerating the cycle, tightening the loop. During the sixth return, she began remembering him faster. Within a week, she could anticipate his jet. Within 2, she reached for his hand without hesitation. Within 3, she whispered, "I think I liked you before." His chest pounded. "Yes," he said, "you did, that night." She died in his sleep. No trauma, no warning, just absence. When she reappeared right away, the crowd was small. The miracle had grown ordinary. The cost this time was heavy. He forgot the festival, not entirely. He remembered the timing, he remembered how, but he couldn't remember his sticky side. The photo on his phone showed her smiling, face illuminated in gold light. He stared at the image, the quick stage, 2 actors pretending to be. His stomach twisted, memory was inflated evenly. It was strategic. The moments of peak attachment disappeared first. The stronger the emotion, the faster it dissolved. The cycle wasn't random. It targeted death. He tested it later. During the 7th cycle, he restrained himself and kept distance, met her only occasionally, avoided intense conversations, did not revisit significant emotions. She still grew attached, gentle. But when she collapsed again, the loss was smaller. He forgot a shared movie night, a minor detail, nothing foundational. The pattern clarified. The deeper he reconnected, the more severe the abstraction. So the scale began. Quiet terror set in. He was feeling something. Not intentionally, but inevitably. Every reunion strengthened the bond. Every strengthened bond increased the sacrifice. It was conservation of emotion. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, only transferred. Her existence was beyond his mind. He wondered what would happen if he stopped entirely. If he refused to reintroduce himself, if she persisted longer, would the cycle break? The thought terrified him more than anything. It was repugnant. She would live, but not with him. Addiction doesn't feel like business. It feels like necessity. By the 8th return, he no longer waited for official confirmation. He went straight to the river. She was there, careful, confused, alive. "Do I know you?" she asked. There was something softer in her voice this time, as if some invisible thread remained intact across resets. He hesitated longer than usual. He imagined walking away, letting her build a life untouched by repetition. He imagined preserving what fragments of memory he still owned. Then she smiled, a small, uncertain curve of familiarity, and he broke. "My name is Ren." The 9th cycle fractured him. He forgot her voice entirely. Not just its texture, its tone. He played old recordings and felt no internal echo. It was like hearing a stranger speak his name. He clutched his head, trying to force recognition. Nothing. His journals began to feel like fiction written by someone obsessed. Descriptions of emotions he could no longer access. "I love the way she looks at me when she thinks I'm not paying attention." He read the sentence. He believed he wrote it, but he couldn't feel its truth. Memory without emotion is documentation, not experience. He was becoming archivist of a life he no longer remembered living. The town started avoiding him. Friends noticed his repetitive behavior. They whispered about his obsession. "You need to let her rest," one said quietly. "She is alive," he replied sharply. They didn't argue further, but distance grew. He skipped gatherings, ignored messages. His world cost had reached structural integrity. He was close to losing the foundation entirely. And yet, even stripped of memory, his body leaned toward her. Some attachments bypass cognition. They live deeper, below language, below recollection. Somewhere primitive. "I'm Ren," he said slowly. And as he reintroduced himself, he felt something inside him loosen, like a thread unraveling past the point of repair. He understands the equation now. Reunion equals erosion. Hope equals sacrifice. The cycle is not random. It is responsive. And he is the anchor. The more he loves her, the more he disappears. But addiction doesn't end at awareness. It intensifies, because now he knows the price, and still chooses to pay it, which makes the horror no longer supernatural, but human. Love that refuses to end eventually destroys what made it real. The question becomes, is remaining more important than addiction? By the 11th cycle, Ren no longer trusted his own emotions. He trusted patterns. Patterns didn't lie. She would die. She would return. He would reintroduce himself. He would do something irreplaceable. The system had proven itself with mathematical precision. And yet understanding the clock did not make him a human. It only made the longing sharp. The day she died again, there was no peace, no ambulance sequence, no desperate sprint to the hospital. She simply faded, mid-conversation, mid-sentence. He watched her eyes lose focus, watched her body tilt gently toward the leather carpet, restrained her breath. He talked to her, held her, but not scream. There was a terrifying calm inside him now, like a man watching a storm he had memorized. He did not attend the temporary rituals anymore. No doctors, no priests, no explanations. He went home, opened his notebook, and wrote, "Cycle 11 complete. Memory degradation accelerates. Emotional recall unstable." He paused, then added, "Next return will cause structural identity." He stared at that sentence for a long time. Structural identity. Not moments, not details. The next morning, he did not go to the river immediately. He waited, testing himself, testing himself. By afternoon, it was unbearable. He walked her slowly. She was already standing on the edge of the wall, alive, bright, confused. The sunlight made her look untouched by repetition, like a reset character model in a game that refused to acknowledge local safety. She turned, their eyes met across the street, and she smiled. It was gentle, stranger's smile. There was warmth in it, no distance. His chest tightened. He tried to summon her first face. Nothing. He tried to recall the sound of those when his name was dropped. Blank. He tried to remember why his first name. The answer felt abstract, like reading about someone else's treasure. She tilted her head slightly. "Do I know you?" The words landed softly on her tongue. Because this time, he didn't have a clear emotional memory to defend. Only documentation, only notes, only evidence. He didn't answer. Not yet. The silence stretched. She looked mildly embarrassed, as if she had asked an awkward question. "I'm sorry," she said. "I just feel like I've seen you before." His heartbeat was steady, too steady. That terrified him more than panic ever had. Because panic meant attachment. .com meant erosion had progressed. He turned away, walked home, left her standing there. It was the first time he had not reintroduced himself immediately. The air felt wrong, like he had violated gravity. His body screamed at him to go back, to restart the cycle, to reclaim proximity before the window closed. Instead, he locked his door, sat on the floor, opened every journal he had written since the first return, page after page of desperate preservation. Her laugh today sounded closer to the original. She reached for my hand without hesitation. She remembered the river. He read about moments he could no longer access emotionally. He found an entry describing their first kiss, trusted glance, her nervous smile, the way she whispered, "I was hoping you'd do that." He searched himself for room. There was none. Only intellectual communication. This happened. You once loved She nodded. Maybe it's just me. He studied her face, searching for fragments of the girl in his journals. There were similarities. Of course there were. But the weight was gone. She wasn't haunted, only he was, and in that realization the final equation completed itself. The cycle required two participants. She reset. He remembered. The loop existed because he kept insisting it continue. Days passed, he avoided the river, avoided known paths, gave her space to build patterns not centered on him. Each time he saw her from a distance, she seemed lighter, less fragile, like a person rather than a phenomenon. And each day he resisted, he felt something stabilize inside himself. Not happiness, not relief, but preservation. The memories he still possessed stopped degrading. They remained faint, blurry, but intact. The system had responded. No deep reattachment, no extraction. The horror had roots, and he had finally found the boundary. The breaking point came on a quiet afternoon. She crossed the street toward him, intentionally determined. There was curiosity in her eyes. Okay, she said. This is going to sound strange, but I think I've seen you because we're supposed to talk. He held his breath. Maybe he would promise. She hesitated. Do I know you? There it was. The doorway. The reset button. Felt the old reflex. Rebuild. Preserve the repetition. But beneath that reflex, another voice whispered. Preserve the rebuild. He opened his notebook one final time. Read the first line of the If she comes back, I'll never let her go again. He closed it, because now he understood never letting go was the reason she never stayed. He looked at her, really looked, not as a lover trying to reclaim, but as someone about to release. The silence stretched long enough for her. Her expression shifted from curiosity to slight discomfort. He could still step forward, still choose the silence, still risk losing the final fragments of who she had once been. Instead, he exhaled. No, he said gently. I don't think so. The words felt like cutting through something invisible. Her shoulders relaxed slightly. Oh, she smiled. Sorry, I guess I'm just talking to faces. It's okay. She nodded toward him and walked past him. He didn't watch her leave, because this time he allowed the thought to complete her. The aftermath was not limited. There was no cosmic collapse, no final answer. She simply waited. He saw her weeks later laughing with new friends on the station. She looked stable, present, untethered. The cycle had stopped, not because the plan but because he stopped feeding it. At home, he gathered his brain, stacked them carefully, read through his surviving memories, one last time. They were faint, like photographs left unframed. He laughed, but they existed, and they would live on, because he had chosen not to lose them yet. Some nights he almost forgot why he felt heavy. Emotional impact was thin, but not erased. He would sit by the window during storms, listening to thunder, trying to imagine how she once reacted. The image would blur, but the knowledge of loving her did not. Love had transformed, from presence to preservation, from repetition to remembrance. She kept coming back, but he chose not to, and in that refusal he protected what little of her still lived inside him. He learned something grief tries to teach gently, but repetition teaches brutally. Endings protect meaning. Without an ending, love dissolves into erosion. Grief is not the enemy of love, erasure is. And sometimes the most romantic act is refusing